Thank you everybody for being here. My name is Ted Colas, Colorado Springs Fire Chief. First of all, I'd like to thank all of our firefighters and police officers. Our first responders have worked overtime today, really doing a great job for our community, making sure that our citizens were notified properly, evacuated early, and that we made the correct calls in doing structure protection and calling in all available resources to handle what we are terming the Bear Creek Fire. Am I coming in okay, or should I wait for the helicopter? You'll notice that there are a couple of helicopters in the air. The smaller craft that you just see, they just passed over us. Because of the winds in the area, it's not going to be dropping water. It's working as aerial surveillance for us. We have a heavier helicopter. It's called a Type 1. It's a Chinook helicopter with 2 overhead blades, and that is dropping water currently on the fire. We've also got 2 incoming resources that are called SEATs. That stands for Single Engine Air Tanker. And those single engine air tankers are going to be dropping retardant line along Bear Creek Road to try to slow any progress of the fire. At this point, the fire is 0% contained. It's only 8 to 10 acres, but it's in very close proximity to homes. There have been no structures lost at this point in the fire. Our firefighters concentrated primarily on structure protection as soon as they arrived, and we've got a lot of help from a lot of other agencies, and I'd like to run through some of those for you right now. Colorado Springs Utilities wildfire team is here. El Paso County fire team is here. The state of Colorado, the Pike National Forest and U.S. Forest Service are here. Fort Carson has joined us in this fight, and a lot of our efforts are being coordinated by the Regional Office of Emergency Management, the Pikes Peak Regional Office of Emergency Management. This afternoon we had to evacuate approximately 235 homes in the area that we felt were in direct danger. We haven't had any structures lost, as I've said so far. We've put a couple of places on notice for pre-evacuation. We've made calls to Crystal Estates up in the Manitou area just to let them know what the fire is doing, and we'll keep in contact with them, but they're not on evacuation at this time. Also, we have talked to some of the nursing homes. There's some large nursing homes in the area. I didn't get the names, they're escaping me right now, but we put them on pre-evacuation as well. With those, it's going to be a very complicated thing. We do in the fire service something that is called shelter in place and protect in place. And if necessary, we will put resources around those structures to protect people in place if we cannot get them out. But right now, the fire is 0% contained. We're hoping to be able to change that with the air resources that we've got coming in and the ongoing efforts of all of the ground resources that are working on the fire. With that, I think I've covered all of the information that I have for you. One additional piece of information is that we have set up an evacuation center at Cheyenne Mountain High School, and I'd like to take questions from any of you that might have some.
No injuries at this point?
None that have been reported to me. The question was if we had any injuries, and none have been reported to me at this point.
Is this a high-risk area to begin with?
Parks?
Yes, it is a high-risk area. Anything that is called the urban or the wildland-urban interface, the WUI as we refer to it, where you have houses that are in the wildland area, it's a great danger when we have this kind of a fire breakout.
What's the location of the fire from the street?
It was running in a draw that was behind, I'm going to get the name of the street.
Electra Drive.
Behind Electra Drive, just north of Electra. I haven't been there. I can't speak to whether it was on a trail or not.
What direction is the fire moving, and how are the conditions today playing a factor?
The conditions are cool. We've got a little bit of humidity that's helping us out. What is difficult with us is it's hard to give you a specific direction. It did run, I would say, to the north through that, to the west, towards the west.
Yeah.
Behind, tell me the name of the street, Electra Drive again. Yeah.
What do you want the public to know? To avoid the area?
Yeah, there's a lot of emergency vehicles in the area, and anything that you can do to avoid the area would be greatly appreciated. The other thing that we'd like to ask the public that is in that immediate area is please turn off your sprinklers. We've had a lot of folks that have gone around and opened up their sprinklers in an effort to try to provide some moisture and keep the fire from reaching their houses. That's what our firefighters are there for, but turning on your sprinklers right now has reduced water pressure in the area. Colorado Springs Utilities is doing everything that they can to boost the water pressure in the area, but our firefighters need to access those hydrants and make sure that we have good water pressure, so please keep that in mind.
One more thing, there's drones that are flying in the area. Can you have people please don't do that because that's affecting them?
Okay, 2 questions came in. Do we